The rain poured relentlessly, turning the winding roads of the Catskill Mountains into slick, treacherous pathways. Weston Murray's grip on the steering wheel tightened, his knuckles turning white. The storm outside was nothing compared to the storm brewing inside him. Behind him, Robert and Vivian Whitmore sat in the back seat, their words laced with arrogance and entitlement. "Michelle is wasting her time with charity work," Robert sneered. "She should be securing our family's future, not playing savior." "That's why this wedding must happen," Vivian added coldly. "Weston Murray is our ticket back to relevance." Weston's pulse quickened. So it was true. The woman he loved was being used as a pawn. But what the Whitmores didn't know, their chauffeur wasn't who they thought he was. And tonight, they were about to find out. The rain lashed against the windshield, its relentless force matching the turmoil inside Weston. He remained silent, his face unreadable. But inside, his blood boiled. Every confirmation of their scheme made his mission more urgent. A flash of lightning illuminated the road ahead, revealing a sharp bend. Weston reacted quickly, steering with precision, narrowly avoiding a fallen branch. The car skidded slightly before regaining traction. "What the hell was that?" Robert barked. "My apologies, sir," Weston responded evenly. Vivian huffed. "We expect impeccable service, not a horror show." Weston parked in front of the Whitmore mansion, stepping out to hold an umbrella for them. As they exited the car, he took a moment, letting the rain hit his face. He needed that second of clarity because the real storm was yet to come. Weston Murray had never imagined himself in a chauffeur's uniform, infiltrating the world of the Whitmores. He had built his life through relentless hard work, rising from humble beginnings in Albany to become a billionaire entrepreneur. But none of that mattered now. He had met Michelle Whitmore at a charity gala, drawn to her authenticity. While others flaunted wealth, she stood quietly admiring a painting. "It's beautiful, isn't it?" she had said. "Most people seem more interested in the price than what it represents," Weston had replied. She had laughed, a sound so genuine it caught him off guard. "Exactly. That's why I stay over here. I'm not great at gala conversations." Neither was he, but with her, everything had felt real. Over time, their connection deepened. She spoke passionately about opening a community school, about wanting to make a difference. And Weston had fallen for her. Then he heard the whispers. The Whitmores were drowning in debt, their fortune little more than an illusion. They were desperate to marry Michelle off, to someone rich enough to save them. Weston refused to believe it, not at first. But as the rumors grew louder, he knew he had to uncover the truth himself. And so, he devised a plan. Disguised as their new chauffeur, Weston got his first taste of the Whitmores' true nature. "You must be the new driver," Robert had said, appraising him with thinly veiled disdain. "Be punctual, discreet, and don't ask questions." Vivian had eyed him with the same arrogance. "We don't tolerate incompetence." From the back seat, they spoke freely, oblivious to his true identity. "Michelle is already enamored with Weston," Vivian mused. "It's only a matter of time before he proposes." "And if he doesn't?" Robert had asked. "He will," she scoffed. "Men like him, principled men, are easy to manipulate. He'll feel responsible for her, and by extension for us." Weston's jaw tightened. They weren't just desperate, they were orchestrating a trap. Later, outside a gala, Weston overheard Robert sealing their scheme with another guest. "Weston is a man of principle," Robert had said smugly. "Michelle will be our bridge to security. He won't abandon her, and that means he won't abandon us." Weston's grip on the steering wheel tightened. They thought they had control. They had no idea the game was about to change. The night was stormy, the tension inside the car matching the thunder outside. "We need to ensure Weston proposes soon," Robert muttered. Vivian sighed. "We can't look desperate. Give it time." Weston met Robert's eyes through the rearview mirror. "Interesting to hear, Mr. Whitmore." Silence. Robert's face tensed. "What do you mean?" Weston parked the car, turned off the engine, and removed his chauffeur's cap. He faced them, his voice ice cold. "I mean that maybe you should know who's really driving this car." Vivian paled. Robert stiffened. "I'm Weston Murray," Weston said firmly. "And now I know exactly what kind of people you are." Vivian's voice wavered. We were just trying to protect our family. Protect? Weston snapped. You were using your own daughter as a bargaining chip. That's not protection, it's manipulation. Vivian began to cry. Please don't tell Michelle, she wouldn't understand. Weston's gaze hardened. She deserves to know, and she will, but not from you. Michelle sat by the fireplace, her book in her lap. She smiled at Weston's entrance, but her smile faded at his serious expression. Weston? What's wrong? Before he could speak, Robert and Vivian rushed in. Michelle, darling, Vivian began hastily. We need to talk. No, Weston interrupted. They won't tell you. I will. Michelle frowned. What's going on? Weston took a deep breath. Michelle, I'm not just Weston Murray, the man you've been dating. For the last few weeks, I've been disguising myself as your family's chauffeur to uncover the truth. Her eyes widened. You... What? Weston continued, his voice steady. Your parents are in massive debt. They were using our relationship as their way out. Michelle turned to her parents, her voice barely above a whisper. Is it true? Vivian sobbed. Robert lowered his head. Michelle, Weston said softly, I did this because I love you. I needed to protect you. She stepped back, pain flickering in her eyes. You lied to me too. How is that any different? Weston's heart sank. I know what I did was wrong, but I love you, and I'll do whatever it takes to make this right. Tears welled in her eyes. I need time. Months later, in Weston's childhood town, the sun dipped below the horizon as he knelt before Michelle, holding a small velvet box. Michelle Whitmore, will you marry me? Tears glistened in her eyes as she nodded. Yes, Weston. 1,000 times yes. As they embraced beneath the golden sky, they knew their love had survived the storm. Together they would build something real, built on truth, trust, and love.